Merry Draftmas. Yo, Breezie.
Yeah.
Did I pop speakers?
It's Merry Draft Day, Miss. Draft Day. We said something that was different. I didn't like Draftmas, remember?
I saw somebody else say Draftmas today on Twitter.
And they should be smacked just like I wanted to smack you the other day. But you came up with something the other day.
I don't remember what it was. If y'all remember, if y'all were watching, tell us what it is.
Oh, you know what it was? It was Draft Day Eve. Hit the button.
Eve. I need it.
Mike, there will never be another Breezy and Mike, or because we are just, that was funny. That was funny,
original, man. We too original, bro.
But that's what it was. Hair looking fresh too, by the way. I had to go get a freshie. Know what I mean? I know my elbows is ashy, but I don't really care. But I had to go get a freshie.
How long? Oh, look at the boy with the lineup. Hold up, man. Yo, when bald people can still get lineups, I be hating. Like, what you lining up? That's like a scalp lineup.
So
that's crazy.
So you call me bald.
It's not bald. I know it's not bald.
So first you called me bald. First you took a shot at the Celtics before we started, and then you just called me bald. Get y'all draft day questions in, man. Shout out to everybody out there. We ain't got enough time. We got the draft day show. We're probably gonna go live. I would say 8:00, right, Mike? I might as well start at 8. Draft not gonna start to 8:10, right?
Right. I want to start as close to the draft as possible, but I do think that some of the guys want to get on a little bit early, maybe 7:45 ish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just a couple minutes early. I don't know.
Get off early for what?
I don't know. We're gonna be on for 8 hours anyway. That's why I you know what I'm saying? Like
8 hours?
Been torn, bro.
Dang.
The draft is gonna be 6 hours, and then we're gonna have to discuss.
The draft is not 6 hours. The draft is from 8 to 11.
It's gonna be 6 hours in total, because we're gonna trade out, and then we're gonna have to try to figure out who the Niners
even if
have
we
on their
trade
board.
out, we're not gonna spend whatever. Tune in 8 p.m., 7:45, whatever the time the show start. Just make sure y'all tune in. I hate starting on.
Are you wearing an apron?
Y'all, bro, I'm late. It's my fault. I was cooking.
You came in straight from the kitchen, like you really meant that. I just noticed it because it's all red, so I didn't. I just saw it now.
Yeah,
is that a Niners apron? Stop playing. Look.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Niners apron. Where my horns at?
Yeah.
I like that, man.
So,
I like
Mike,
that. So listen,
there's some chatter going around, man.
Episode, man. Y'all need to start asking some questions. What's the
I don't
chatter,
see.
man?
I don't see any questions going on. Like they need to get these questions out. All right, so I'm gonna start the questions.
Wait, you know how to cook oxtail?
No, but I know how to eat them.
Me too, yo.
I suck the bone marrow out those bones. Pause. You trying to get me to stop? Is that a fresh brewski? Like a pale ale? I can't.
I make my own. Wait, let me rephrase that. So I get a certain kind of beer, but then I doctor it. I add a little splash of lemon. Okay. I add a little bit of not Hennessy, a little bit of whiskey in it, and got to stir it up. So I make it the way I like it.
All right. So I'm starring questions. Okay, I'm starring questions.
Now you said there's been some talk going around.
Yo, so Jason Hess and says, do we take Worthy if he's available at 31? Shout out to the crew, the Breezy Bunch crew, Foghorn, to the Nothing But Niners crew. Y'all in the building. We give y'all some shout outs. And we got some questions as well. I see him now, Paul. I promise we're not going to forget it. But yeah.
Yeah, so my daughter just got home. Sorry about that, guys. So I would not take Worthy if he fell at 31.
I wouldn't draft Worthy, period.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, because you look, we got speed. We got a speed element, and we don't even use it. My question about Worthy would be,
come on,
can he block? He's already fragile. Mm-hmm. So when are you going to use him?
Exactly.
Because if we already have that, why draft that? Like my thing is, I mean, I know
this guy is what we can't use even faster.
Right. So we're gonna have a faster, non-usable guy.
So I think our answer on that is no. He's just not a system fit. He's not going across the middle, making those contested catches and stuff like that. So no.
All right. So Paul Jones says, "What is the first position that we draft?"
All right. On the count of three, we're gonna say it. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Defensive tackle.
I said line. I
was specifying. No. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lineman for sure. Now where they use them, we don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like they might go out there and get a really good tackle, and then we'd be like, "Yo, they got him lined up at edge. Like, what are they doing?"
Nah. It depends on which one they take, though. There's some defensive linemen that are versatile, like you just said. But then, if Byron Murphy II or Johnny Newton falls, I think you go up and you grab them. Now there are reports out there about some of these wide receivers like Brian Thomas Jr. and Adonai Mitchell. They got some type of a health issue. Let me ask you this, Mike. Would you reach for those two? If those guys are available at 31, those wide receivers, I know he's clearly busy right now, but if those guys are available at 31, Brandon Ayuk is still here. Brandon Ayuk's not going to get traded. Do you see one of those type of wide receivers?
Who were the three options? You said Mitchell?
It was just A.D. Mitchell and Brian Thomas Jr. If they're available at 31, I know they got some health issues going on right now. Those are the latest reports. Would you grab one of those guys?
Okay. I'm not getting a wide receiver at 31 if Ayuk is still on this team. Not at 31.
Even if it's one of the best wide receivers, like the best player available?
Yes.
Why not?
Oh, that's a different question. You changed it when you said best player available. Versus
well, I'm just saying. I just talked about one of the top 5 wide receivers there's top 5 wide receivers. I just gave you 2 of them.
He's not a third wide receiver is not getting on the field this year with Ayuk and Debo still here. So you're wasting that pick for production on this year. He can get in the rotation. He can eliminate some Juwan Jennings and stuff.
But then next year you'll have those guys. You'll have number 1 options next year.
You'll have number 1 options if you take them in the second round also, is what I'm saying.
Those guys won't be available. But if those guys aren't available in the second round, then what?
Well, make your second round guy be that guy. Debo was a second round guy, and Debo's a wide receiver 1 on most teams.
But we're not talking about Debo. We're talking about 2 first round wide receivers that may be available in the first round. You're talking about you're not getting them because you said that they might not have any value. God forbid one of your top 3 wide receivers get hurt, and then you're revolting back.
Don't do the injury thing. That's not fair.
But I'm just saying, like it's all about being prepared, right? Like at the end of the day, it's about being prepared. You want the best players all the time.
Not in the draft. It's not about being prepared in the draft. The draft is about getting in the first round. I'm specifically talking about 31.
But Mike, you could get an offensive tackle in the first round and he not start. You can get a defensive tackle in the first round and he not start.
Possibly, but a defensive tackle. Wait, hear me out. A defensive tackle is going to get more burn this year, guaranteed, than any wide receiver 3. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, because of the rotation.
Taking Juwan Jennings' job.
Because that's not true. Juwan Jennings, we don't know that. These guys could outplay Juwan Jennings in practice. Wait a minute, you talking about Juwan Jennings wasn't a number 1 wideout in college. We're talking about number 1 wideouts. Possibly
about wide receiver 3.
Hear me out. Just what I'm trying to say is, if Debo Samuel isn't even though he's labeled a wide receiver, we've all come to the conclusion that he's more than a wide receiver, right? So it'll be Ayuk, and then it'll be whoever this next tier wide receiver is. I just feel like it.
But it don't work the way you just said it. Like while we do while we acknowledge that Debo is more than a wide receiver, he's still got to line up. They still got to run the formations out there. They're not going to run out Debo, Ayuk, question mark at number 31, whoever it is, and McCaffrey. And those 5 guys aren't coming out at the same time. So he's still going to come out as a wide receiver.
Wait. First of all, you can come out in 5 wide receiver sets. So don't act like that shit ain't real, because that's in the offense. It's not the 49ers offense, but that's an offense. I'm just saying it's not the 49ers, but there's 5 wide receiver sets. That means they come out empty set, college.
I really wish we wasn't on the time restraint. I'm loving this back and forth. I swear.
I just don't understand why you talk about, maybe we do things differently, and I'm giving you a different situation, a different scenario where they could come out with 3 dynamic wide receivers on the field.
There's been nothing in Shanahan's history that suggests that he would even consider that. You got Christian McCaffrey here. This offense still runs through him.
He just got Christian McCaffrey here. But my point is he's tried to find 3 developed wide receivers where he'll come out with 3 wide receiver sets.
We've never seen that. Why are you saying that?
You've never seen 3 wide receivers on the field with the San Francisco 49ers?
You don't see Kyle trying to run his offense through 3 wide receiver sets?
He's done it, though. You've never seen a 3 wide receivers. So you've never seen those 3 wide receivers on the field at the same time.
I've seen 3 wide receiver sets. He doesn't run his offense through it, is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying he's running his offense through it. I'm just saying he'll have another viable option at the 3 wide receiver set. It'll be a different matchup if you get a top wide receiver.
I'm gonna bow out so we can keep going.
There's nothing to bow out. It's just your thing. It's not like you're making logical sense. I'm just saying there's a possibility that we go with a wide receiver here with Brandon Ayuk on the roster.
Right. Okay. There you go. And I'm the exact opposite. If Ayuk is still here, there's no chance the Niners go wide receiver at 31. In my opinion. So
all right.
This is why I like these. I'm getting hyped, bro. Let's go.
All right. So let's see. I've stopped the starring the question. So I'm gonna get back to starting the question. You keep the show going because I gotta.
Oh well, I'll click the next question and you keep it moving. Okay, here you go.
Oh my bad.
Would you take Mims or Morgan if they were at FTC? Yes, we taking Mims at 31. Yes, we talked. Did we release that show? We released that show, right?
So I get that. A lot of people aren't in favor of Mims. I get it. I mean, it's his availability, it's his production, but I don't know if I'm taking Morgan at 31 if there's somebody else available. I need to know who else is available though.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you see on tape that you don't like about Mims?
It's just the consistency of him, I guess, playing. I mean, when he was on tape, a lot of stuff, he held his own, but it's only 8 games.
But what you see on tape?
Yeah, what I see on tape is top wide receiver. I mean, top offensive lineman, top tackle, right?
That's
right.
Yeah.
But the question mark about Mims is health and his availability. So that's the red flag.
Okay.
Because he hasn't been healthy.
Right. I would still take him at 31 because he's going to be someone that they work into health to be a starter.
The thing is this, I don't know who else is available. I would like to know if there's some other options there, but if those are the only 2 options and everybody else is because I still think Jordan Morgan is going to go somewhere where he fits and he's going to be really good. Whether they keep him at tackle,
Arizona guy, right?
Yeah, whether they keep him at tackle or they keep him at or they push him into guard, and I think they're going to push him into guard.
So, if both of them are there, which one you taking?
I think I go with Morgan because of the versatility.
Oh, I'm definitely going with Mims. See, I like that we don't see eye to eye. This is what makes the draft so fantastic. This is it. This is why the draft is exciting.
Right. But and I would go with Morgan because I know he's played tackle, but I know he could play left guard. So whether he's ready to go this year or not, you got a guy in the bag.
Okay. Let's keep it moving, man. I've been starring them. You can click the next ones that you want to get to, man. We're gonna have some fun here.
All right, so Jack says, so Wayne and Mike, why is it that people up north doesn't know about Rotel dip? That's wild to me. It's Rotel.
Like I'm Googling right now.
I think it's like a hamburger cheese.
Okay. All right. I can tell you why Mike don't know about this.
Why?
I'm lactose intolerant. I will clear a room out if I had this.
I don't know about it because it just doesn't. I've never heard of Rotel. That's not like a hotel.
I think we've had this before.
We've had it, but we don't call it Rotel. Yeah, I make my own, but I don't call it Rotel.
tomatoes, chili powder, and cheese served with tortillas. Yeah, I think I've had something like this. This is
I
like
call it
loaded
queso
nachos
though.
for us.
Yeah, I have queso. I use like the queso cheese.
Okay, yeah. But this is like when I ordered the loaded nachos. It's the nachos with the meat, cheese, and salsa all mixed together on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but I've never called it Rotel.
I didn't know it was called. Yeah, I never knew that name.
Uncle Salty says, "Who doctors beer?"
Me. I don't drink beer, so I have to make it so that I enjoy it. I can sip it, and that's going to do its job. So I buy a beer that's 9.5% alcohol. I add a little bit of stronger stuff to it and some lemon, and then I sip it.
All right, got a nice concoction over. Oscar says, "Breezy, which pick will completely deflate you at 31? And if we move up, which player would be optimal? Give me only one. Just love player." All right, so
see, this is not fair because he didn't tell you how far up we moving.
No, he didn't. But I'm assuming if we move up from 31 to 25, if we move up from 31 to 10, anyway, which pick would completely deflate me if Kyle Shanahan takes Jonathan Brooks for running back? Yeah, I don't see any running backs going in the first round, so that would deflate me because that would be something I'm not expecting. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For me, which pick would deflate you at 31?
McConkey.
I wouldn't be mad if he took McConkey.
I would absolutely be mad if we took McConkey.
I would.
Lad should not be drafted in the first round by any team in this entire draft.
I got you. Like I said, neither should any running back. And it's not like we need it, but is this Christian McCaffrey's last year on his contract? He's got 2 years left.
More, right? Let me pull it up really quick.
But at the end, I think he has 2 more years. I think it's this year and next year, but that doesn't mean Kyle won't take one. He's never taken a running back in the first round. He should have took Christian McCaffrey his first year here in 2017, but we went in the trenches.
Yeah, he's got 2025 also where he's getting 12 mil, so we good.
So yeah, if Kyle, but there's you know what's funny about the running backs, Mike? If no running back should get drafted in the first round. There's no if that happens, I'm going to just lose my cool. I don't care what team does it. And then that shit in a can looks disgusting.
What? Did you?
Rotel. I just saw a picture. The can.
Oh, I think I just blacked out because like you were talking and you just said something about a can. I was like, wait, that's not what he was just talking about, right?
No. So, which pick would deflate me if they drafted somebody that just we weren't even thinking. Almost like drafting a punter or drafting a kicker, drafting a running back to me right now at pick 31 would fall in that category. Even though
tight end can't go in the first round for the Niners.
I think if it was Brock Bowers, it could because you could utilize him as a wide receiver.
You think he would fall to 31?
There's no way, right?
And that's why I don't think the Niners can draft a tight end in the first round. I think the best guy is going to be gone by then. No, that wasn't Terradome. That wasn't me having the attention span. Wayne just randomly said something in the middle of talking.
Okay, because I just saw the picture of the Rotel. That's why. Anyway, which player would be optimal if we moved up?
That's for you. I don't have an answer for that.
It depends where. I mean, if I could draft a player, like my draft crush would be getting a cornerback. I would like to get a first round cornerback, but I would like to get Quinyon Mitchell out of Toledo. Like that would be my guy.
I like that answer. I like that. That's it, and that's your love player right there. So that answers those questions. Good job. Good questions, guys. Keep them coming. We're starring more, so keep them coming, please. Wayne, what's the next one, buddy?
This is a scenario from Robert Harden. He says, trade Debo, move in the top 15, get a better offensive tackle and wide receiver in the first round. So I think you gamble with the wide receivers. But again, because of these injury things that are coming out on the 2 wide receivers that I talked about, you know what I'm saying? Not McConkey. You got me saying McConkey. A.D. Mitchell and, God dang it, Brian Thomas Jr., which to me would be the replace. He wouldn't replace Brandon Ayuk, but he does a lot of the similar things as Brandon Ayuk. That would be the guy. But if you want a different type of wide receiver, you would go with A.D. Mitchell. But yeah, if you can get Fowo Tanu, I hope that's how you say his name. I've been saying Kingsley Sawo Tia wrong. I thought it was Taya, but it's Taya. I've been saying his name wrong. But if you can get a Troy Fowo Tanu at 15, that would be solid. The question is like,
I mean, see, go ahead.
No.
No, my draft crush. I don't think he's a Niners type of guy, but Rome has got to be the guy.
Yeah, Roma Dunze. Yeah, but he won't be like. But he won't be
you don't
there.
Think he'll be there 15. You think 3 wide receivers come off in the first 15? You
Hell
got 4
yeah.
quarterbacks that's going to come off. Three or 4 quarterbacks going to come off in the top 10, right?
Yeah. Like so everybody
2 or
thinks
3
that
offensive linemen.
Yeah, but everybody thinks that Jim Harbaugh is going to draft Joe Alt or offensive lineman, and he'll snatch up one of them wide receivers in a heartbeat.
Yeah, they need some wide receiver help. I don't know why they haven't done something. But
so there's your top 3 right there. But I could see this. Do the Saints pick before the Colts? Saints pick 14. If so, they could snatch up a wide receiver. I know they got Chris Olave, but they don't have Michael Thomas anymore.
Saints have 14 on the head. Good
and
call.
They can snatch up. Imagine getting Roman Dunze, Chris Olave be your X. Roman Dunze be the big body type of wide receiver. He be your X too. You could use Chris Olave as the Brandon Ayuk, the Y. And then they got that speedy kid that can run. That'd be crazy.
The Saints actually got. Well, yeah. Let me be quiet. I just think that. All right, cool. Let's keep it pushing though. I like that we answer that.
Miss Debbie, she says, "Hey there, Wayne and Mike. Getting ready to head out the door to head to Levi's for the draft party. All right, you have a good time.
Oh, Miss Debbie,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, make sure you bring me something back. I know that. How do we hit that exactly at the same time?
Wait, that was yours? You pushed it too?
Yeah.
Man, we got our Maki Dada on right there, man. Let's go. Ain't no doing it like us, bro.
All right. So, what question should I ask if I get a turn? I like how she spelled turn too. That's kind of dope. Turn.
Right. So the question I'm assuming goes to like coaches and stuff, right? Like
I'm not sure. It might be.
This is when they do the thing on stage.
Yeah, I don't know how this draft party is going to be. This is a draft party.
Assuming the question is going to go to a team exec, right? I would ask them, how confident are you in the 49ers' ability to make a deep playoff push again this year?
That's a good question. There you go.
I'm just spitballing. They just asked me. I just gave something. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope she wrote that down or recorded it. That's a good question.
What you got?
I don't have any questions. I'm all questioned out.
Wait. No, I don't see Wayne. I don't believe you because I know what you strive for. I know your aspirations. You are not telling me that you're sitting in front of 49ers brass with a microphone and an opportunity to ask a question. You got nothing.
Yo, I know
you better than that.
I know, but I got to get into a rhythm before I ask.
I know you well enough to know that you got to be in that mode. It depends on the mood that Wayne is in. He might just get kicked out the building. It depends on which Wayne y'all getting. My man gonna get kicked out
the fact that you never mind. Just back to what we was doing earlier in the joint,
baby. Let's go.
Like it's crazy. Brett Book says, who could be a good speed guy that can do returns? That's why I like some of those running backs that we were talking about, like Isaac Arendo. He has return ability. There's going to be some wide receivers out there that has return ability. I don't know if speed is
on the roster, or is he talking about?
I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's the draft, but on the roster, I mean, the fastest guy is Danny Gray. What's he, a 4.38?
Yeah, something
4.34.
4. I thought 4.34.
Yeah. So I mean, he's the fastest guy. It's something about like, is speed the only factor in returning?
No, I think it's got to be size, speed, and maneuverability. So there's this guy named Javon Bullard from Georgia.
Yeah. He's a safety.
Yeah, he's a corner / safety, and I don't know if he has any return experience at all, right? But he's a smaller guy. He's 5'10", 198. He's really shifty, and he ran a 4.47. So he's got the speed, he's got the size, he's a corner, he's got good hands, and he's very, very instinctive, and he's physical. Like he brings the boom, even though he's small. I would have a guy like that returning. I would see if he could do it. I would see if a guy like that could do it.
There's a guy
he'll be a day 2 or 3 pick.
I mean, there's a kid you can get undrafted. He ran like a 4.45, 4.4 something. Leader Trick Griffin from Mississippi State. He's another one. Like, and he has returns. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's about the 4.3 speed. I don't know if that straight line speed is super important because you're not really running a straight line. You're trying, and then it's the new kickoff rule. So that's why Mike says you want to go with the physical brolic guys that can. You got to look for guys that can break tackles. I think that and yards after contact. I think that's the difference this year on the return game. So I'm looking at running backs. I'm not even looking at wide receivers. I'm looking at running backs. And Sione Vaki could be an option here because he's a safety / running back, and no one's talking about him a lot. I mean, he's not the best safety, but the Niners could get him. He has running back ability, and he can get as a return guy. I know he has 4.6 speed, but again, he's a running back, and he breaks tackles. So that's something you could look at too.
All right, let's keep it pushing. Come on, we got 5 minutes. Let's finish strong, baby.
All right. Jason has who love to get legit in the second round. Who would love to get legit in the second round.
This isn't. He just put a question mark, so we read that. That's not a question. It's a statement.
Like too legit?
No. Isn't there a player with the last
name?
Leggett. In this draft?
Leggett.
Oh, Leggett. Sorry.
Leggett. I think that's how you say his name. I just learned it today. Leggett. Got you. Yeah, like it's a possibility, but you're gonna have to trade up to get him in. He's not gonna fall, but guys are going to fall. It's crazy because
you don't think he makes it to the bottom of the second round? Is what
no, yeah, you have to trade up to get him.
But not.
You have to trade up in the maybe he makes it to the late 40s. Okay, but you still got to trade up.
Tell people who he is, because
Xavier Leggett's the wide receiver from South Carolina. Here's the thing about him: he's only had like 1 year of good production, and he's a little older. You know what I'm saying? And so he's played 5 years there. But a lot of these players are going to have their 5 years on their thing because of that COVID year. So at the end of the day, look, I like this guy. Like, he to me, he gives me DK Metcalf vibes. I think he's a better Metcalf coming out of college. Does that make sense? He gave me a better final year. Metcalf is the man in the NFL, but he had to grow into that. He developed. But this kid, Leggett, is different, man. Big catch radius, breaks tackles, big top body frame, speed. Wait, we ran 4.3, 4.34. I think he ran. This dude is a problem. But again, he only had 1 year of production. So are we going to use that same, thing on everybody? Like if they don't play a lot, like he only had 1 real good year of production.
These guys are entering the draft for a reason. That's all I'm going to say to people.
I got you.
They are here for a reason.
I got you. All right. The question is, will Kyle use a rookie offensive lineman? And see that he used McGlinchey because he had to. He didn't use Aaron Banks because he didn't have to. He will draft a lineman and possibly not use them. And that's why I think they go lineman in the second round. Because you just told me whoever you draft in the first round, it's got to give you some production this year, which makes sense. I don't disagree with that. That's why it would be the defensive tackle. Jerzon Newton will rotate. A defensive tackle or edge would rotate and get more snaps than an offensive lineman in the first round.
Yes. All right. Cool. I agree. Next question. I like this. You rolling, baby.
Is there a Debo type of player in this draft, Nigel? Yes.
No.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Did you watch Malachi Corley break tackles?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So Malachi Corley is the wide receiver out of Western Michigan. And Mike, I watched, there was one film where 2 people literally went to tackle him and he broke them at the same time. They didn't collide and cancel each other out. He took the hit. But this kid is a guy you can line up in the backfield. So he's like a weapon. And he's probably a better receiver than Debo. Just going to say it. Like he's probably he runs better routes is what I'm trying to say as far as
that is crazy.
His receiving ability. Western Michigan.
He's a 4.53 guy, Western Kentucky guy. 4.53, but he's 5'11", 215. He's already a little bit big.
And he's durable.
Well, I would hope so with that kind of frame.
I'm just saying you don't have
to be a stocky guy.
He hasn't dealt with injuries, Mike. That's just saying. Whereas Debo was dealing with injuries in college. He even got hurt in the Senior Bowl, like literally. But guess who drafted him?
Okay.
So yes, to answer Nigel's question, yes. All right, we got Peachy's question. Which of the bloodline players would you want the 49ers
on the
draft?
count of three? We're going to answer this. On the count of three.
Because you might got a different one.
No, we got the same one.
I don't think so.
1, 2, 3.
Luke McCaffrey. Oh, this mother.
I told you. He can't get away from me, y'all. He can't get away from me. Let's go.
Would you ever take Sherman as a secondary coach? Yeah, I would, but I don't think he wants to be. You know what I mean?
I would, and I think he wants to. I don't think he wants to yet. I think Sherman.
That's what I mean. I don't think he wants to be. Like I was supposed to say right now.
Well, he's got that pending situation going on still.
Yeah, but I didn't know I had to add that right now. He doesn't want to be. Like
I think if that DUI wasn't looming, he would have been with a team.
Nah, he's making really good money on TV right now.
Yeah, and see, but that's also up in the air.
Oh, that Thursday Night Football job is in the air?
I don't know if that's given back to him right now with the DUI and all that stuff.
Interesting. We got to speed these up, guys. We got to get to what you call it. Mark says, Breezy, did Patrick Paul stand out to you at the Senior Bowl? Steph put out that a teammate of his confirmed that the Niners are showing heavy interest in Patrick Paul. He didn't stand out to me. I really wasn't paying too much attention to him. None of us were. At the Senior Bowl, we were looking at other tackles, but if you go out and put out the film, he could produce and be a good offensive tackle in the 49ers in year 2 for sure. So I wasn't really paying attention to him, unfortunately, so I can't even give you an answer on that. My apologies, Mark. Vince says, what position do you see the 49ers not drafting? We only got 10 picks with depth. It could be running back, right?
No, I think the Niners do take a running back in the 6th round. If I had to pick one, it's going to be kicker, punter.
Oh, those don't count.
Okay. I think the Niners don't.
Because you're right.
Draft. I think that's it. I think they're going to draft a linebacker, tight end. Tight end might be on that list because they drafted 2 last year. Tight end might be on that list. But if I'm taking a tight end and I'm taking the quarterback. And I'm taking the quarterback.
I think they don't draft a quarterback. There it is.
There you go.
All right, Omar, what's on the menu for today? I'm doing chicken tenders and potato skins.
I am craving sushi.
I had that last night.
Oh, what kind? Salmon?
Yes, spicy.
Y'all don't understand. I think we came from the same place.
We connected. Which D lineman you getting at 31? Jerzon Newton. Who you getting?
Wayne, that's been your guy, man.
I can't. If he's available, that's my guy. I'm sorry. And at the Senior Bowl, I fell in love with Braden Fisk, but then Johnny Newton wasn't at the Senior Bowl due to the injury.
I've been on the Fisk train for a while, so I'm gonna stick with it though.
That's dope. I could dig it. I don't know if you draft that 31. You can invite any 49ers player on the show right now and ask him any questions. Which player would you bring on right now?
Are active. I'm going to throw active in there just so that we're clear.
Yeah.
Active 49ers players.
Oh, for me, it's Jair Brown. I want to talk to Jair Brown.
Oh, that's good. Is it because he's from Jersey? Like, why him?
Oh, because I want to know what his financial advisor advised him to not get that Elon Musk truck. I want to know what his financial advisor said to him to not go ahead and go away and get the truck.
He was smart to not get it because it's a recall on all the
Yes, I did.
He was smart to not jump on it.
For sure.
I'm not buying the Elon truck after he said, you can't break the glass. My man just threw the pebble at it and it shattered.
I understand, but
anyway.
But at the time, this information wasn't out. So I wanted to know why. Yeah. Oh, at least it wasn't out to the public. Maybe his advisor had it.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Because they did it was on stage when he first unveiled it like 2 years ago. You don't remember when he was like, you can't break the glass, and he threw the rock at it and it shattered? You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
No. It was supposed to be bulletproof glass. He did it on stage in front of everybody. All right, anyway. That's
the I call that the Tango and Cash truck. I don't know if you remember that movie.
No, I didn't see. I don't know that. Tango and Cash. Wait. Owen Wilson?
No, it wasn't no Owen Wilson. Tango and Cash was Sylvester Stallone and oh my God, Kurt Russell.
No, I don't know that one, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Aaron Banks, and I'm going to ask him what he thinks about Breezie thinking that he needs to be replaced. Last one, because we got to go right here.
All right, who's the white boy? It's Cooper DeJean. Sorry, Cooper DeJean. Where do you see him going? I got him going to Philly.
Philly. All right, that's it. I'm good with that.
All right, man. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Y'all.
We will be back tonight, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Brandon Ayuk trade. Per Michael Silver, the Brandon Ayuk, in the course of trade conversations about Brandon Ayuk, numerous teams are inquiring about the fellow wide receiver's availability. The 49ers would likely have to be blown away by the offer to make the move. It's a fluid situation, though.
If Mike Silver was reporting that, guys, nobody has called about Brandon Ayuk, so don't worry about it. He's going to be here. We'll see y'all tonight, man. We love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to both channels. It's going up tonight, 7:45 p.m. All right? Tune in live. Thank y'all for watching the BAM show here. We live all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy. I'm Mike, and this is the BAM show. Peace.